Okay, we're going to continue today in the Apocrypha. This is chapter 42, verse 12. Do not look at anybody for her beauty, and do not sit among women. For as a moth comes out of clothing, a woman's wickedness comes from a woman. A man's wickedness is better than a beneficent woman, or a woman that disgraces you shamefully. I will call to mind the doings of the Lord, and recount the things that I have seen. By the commands of the Lord, his works are done. The light-giving sun looks down on everything, and his work is full of the glory of the Lord. He has not permitted the saints of the Lord to recount all his wonders, which the Lord, the Almighty, has firmly established, so that the universe might stand fast through his glory. He searches out the great deep and the human mind, and he understands their designs. For the Most High possesses all knowledge, and looks upon the portent of eternity, and declares the things that are past and the things that are to come, and uncovers the tracks of hidden things. No thought escapes him, not one word is hidden from him. He has ordained the majesty of his wisdom, for he is from everlasting to everlasting. It cannot be increased or diminished, or he has no need of any counselor. How much to be desired are all his works, and how sparkling they are to see. All these things live and last forever, with all their functions, and they are all obedient. They are all in pairs, one facing another. Not one of them is missing. One confirms the good of the other, and who can have too much of beholding his glory? The glory of the height is the firmament in its purity, the side of the heavens, with the spectacle of their splendor. The sun, when he appears, making proclamation as he goes forth. It is a wonderful instrument, the work of the Most High. At noonday he drives up the country, and who can withstand his burning heat? A man who blows a furnace works in the midst of the heat, but the sun 3 times as much, burning up the mountains. He breathes out fiery vapors and shoots forth his beams, blinding men's eyes. Great is the Lord who made him, at whose command he hurries on his course. The moon too he places in its position at its season, to mark time and to be an everlasting sign. The moon gives the sign for the festival, a light that wanes after reaching the full. A month is named after her. She increases marvelously as she changes. An instrument of the host on high, shining in the firmament of the heavens. The beauty of heaven is the glory of the stars, a system giving light in the highest places of the Lord. At the command of the Holy One, they take their places as he decrees, and they will not fail in their watches. See the rainbow, and bless him who made it. Surprisingly beautiful in its brightness. It curves over the heaven in a glorious circle. The hands of the Most High have stretched it out. By his command, he brings the hurrying snow, and makes swift the lightnings of his judgments. Because of it, the storehouses are open, and the clouds fly out like birds. In his majesty, he makes the clouds thick, and the hailstones are broken in pieces. When he appears, the mountains shake At his wish the south wind blows his voice, and the thunder rebukes the earth. So do the hurricane from the north and the whirlwind. He sprinkles the snow like birds fluttering down. It comes down like locust settings. The eye is amazed at the beauty of his whiteness, and the mind is astonished at its raining. He pours hoarfrost over the earth like salt, and when it freezes, it becomes points of thorns. And the cold north wind blows, and the ice freezes on the water. It lodges on every pool of water, and the water puts it on like a breastplate. It consumes the mountains and burns up the wilderness, and shrivels the green herbage like fire. A mist coming quickly heals everything. The dew falling refreshes things after the heat. By his counsel he has stilled the deep and planted islands in it. Those who sail the sea tell of its danger, and we wonder at what we hear with our ears. There are strange and wonderful works in it, all kinds of living things, the well-knit creation. Because of him, his messenger prospers on his way, and through his command, all things consist. We may say more, but we will not reach the end, and the conclusion of what we have to say is, he is the whole. Where can we find strength to glorify him? For he is greater than all his works. The Lord is terrible and exceedingly great, and his power is wonderful. Glorify the Lord and exalt him as much as you can, for even then he will surpass it. When you exalt him, put forth all your strength. Do not grow weary, for you will not reach the end. Who has ever seen him so that he can describe him? And who can tell his greatness as it really is? Many things greater than these still remain hidden, for we have seen but a few of his works. For the Lord has made all things, and he has given wisdom to the godly. Let us now praise distinguished men, our forefathers before us. They are a great glory to the Lord who created them. They show his majesty from of old, men who exercised authority in their reigns and were renowned for their might. They gave their counsel with understanding and brought men tidings through their prophecy. Leaders of the people in deliberation and understanding. Men of learning for the people. Wise in their words of instruction. Composer of musical airs. Authors of poems in writing. Rich men endowed with strength, who lived in peace upon their lands. All these were honored in their generation, and were a glory in their day. There are some of them who have left a name, so that men declare their praise. And there are some who have no memorial, and have perished as though they have not lived, and have become as though they had not been, with their children after them. Yet these were merciful men, and their uprightness has not been forgotten. With their descendants, it will remain a good inheritance for their posterity. Their descendants stand by their agreements, and their children also for their sakes. Their posterity will endure forever. and their glory